Hey yo, what is going on everybody? My name is Locked and I'm starting a new series on this channel, basically how to get people better at CSGO. And I know that I made a video on how to rank up, but this is going to be something completely different. This series is going to be talking about every single role necessary on a team to succeed, and we're going to be looking at pro teams that don't have all these roles but do succeed anyway because of what they do right. And one thing that you guys can take away from this video, even if you're already an established player or you're already good enough at the game, basically watch these videos. It's going to help you out a big time learning other people's roles, seeing how they play so you can counter their moves. Alright, so today we're going to be going over the IGL position. IGL, also known as the in-game leader, basically, as it says, leads the team. The in-game leader's job is to dissect information that the teammates give to the in-game leader. Whether that's saying there's a smoke on cat, or whether that's saying that I hear footsteps in A main. The in-game leader then has to come up with a strat on the spot, or they could already have a pre-made strat in the working, and none of that information matters at that point unless timings and shit like that change. And it doesn't matter what team you're on, whether you're on a silver team or if you're on a pro team, like top tier, tier 1 pro team. Every team needs an IGL. So here are a couple tips on how you can become a better IGL. You have to learn every single map. This is a big part on being a good IGL. You have to know every aspect of every single map. Not only because you can call strats better, because you have a better understanding of the map and maybe the IGL doesn't, and you have an advantage over the IGL because you know the map better. Most players already know every single map left and right. They could play it backwards. But an IGL knows the map in and out. They know where to smoke. They know where to flash. They know where to molly. They know where to throw fire. They know where to do everything. A good IGL knows where the most common meeting places are, where to make contact, where to go after they make contact, and what to do mid-round. Why are all these things so important? Watch any pro match and see what wins them the games. Individual play rarely ever wins a match ever in the pro top tier levels. I mean, one of the best IGLs ever, Zeus, is probably a god at this. Look at what Gambit's doing right now. They're 2-0. They just beat one of the favorites in this tournament, Godsent. I mean, what more can you ask for? Gambit, Zeus in general is a great in-game leader, and I think, in my personal opinion, Gambit's going to go pretty far in the E-League Major. But we're kind of getting off topic here, so I kind of want to round up this number 1 tip. Basically, you're going to want to know the maps. Maps are key in this game. You're going to want to know them. You're going to want to learn every single aspect of them. Watch videos. Watch pro matches. Alright, second tip. Don't become an IGL right away. You're going to want to hold off on being an IGL for a bit, because if you don't possess some amazing leadership skills, being an IGL for the first time is going to be rough and it's going to be hard. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a team where you can become like a rifle or an opper, and you could basically just play that, see how the IGL performs, you know, see what he does, hear what he does, and then kind of train yourself to play like that, and then kind of either find yourself another team or take over the IGL spot. Now you see most teams end up switching their IGL spots from match to match, seeing how everybody does, because it's such an important role and it's such like a stress role that sometimes their main IGL doesn't want to do it, so they need a backup IGL. So figure out how it's done, figure out from your main IGL how it's done, just figure out what he's doing, figure out what he's saying, and then replicate that, but do it in your own way, so it's not like you're not doing his strats, you're doing your own strats. The purpose of an IGL is for you to lead your team, so if your team disagrees with you, take their criticism, but say that you're IGLing and that'll work out, because if you're a good IGL, you got to be confident in your strats. Alright, so tip number 3. I said this on my rank up video, but I'm going to say it again. Watch the pros. If you could somehow in this day and age get onto a comm and you could listen to what they're saying, pay close attention. Listen to what the IGL is saying at the time. If he is going off on their players because they did something stupid, I mean, don't try to replicate that. Negativity never gets you anywhere in a CSGO match. But see what they're saying. Say they hear like footsteps A main. See what the IGL says. See what they're saying. It's a big positive to get into a comms lobby. If you get into one and you can hear what they're saying, record it, cherish it, because those are hard to come by now. You cannot get into one of those. But also watch some of the old ones, see what they do. I know times have changed and IGL and different positions have changed, but it's still the fundamentals in this game that get you far. So listen to what like Cloud9 is saying at some of the majors where they actually recorded the comms. Yes, they do swear, so watch out for the vulgarity. I do swear in his videos. I don't really fucking care. just listen to what they say and just listen. I know I've said listen a lot of times now, but just listen. Alright, so tip number 4 on being a good IGL is don't be afraid to tell your teammates that they're doing absolutely terrible. Do not say it like that though. Say something like, yo, you gotta get your kills up, man, or you gotta be like supportive about it. You don't want to get your teammates in a bad mood, because if they're in a bad mood, they're gonna do worse. So make sure you come up with a way to confront your teammates about not having a good game or something. Be like, yo man, you're off your game. Do you want to stop opping for a bit or something like that? Because if something's not working out for them, it's your decision to pull them from a certain role or to pull them from opping or something like that, because you're the in-game leader. Say somebody keeps going B and they keep losing B. It's your job to say, hey yo, you're coming A this time. Let him go B. He can hold B. Or you're gonna go up top of rafters or something like that. Just say something that's not gonna hurt them. Just be like, yo, it's not working out for you. We need to win some rounds. Like, are you gonna do this for the team or something like that? Just make sure that make sure that you're not favoring players either. Alright, so tip number, I think it's 5 now? Yeah, it's 5. Make sure you write down what went wrong and what went good. And yes, this means you do have to watch demos. So say you guys did a really good strat onto B on Dust 2. Say you came up with some crazy ridiculous strat that works out every single time. Make sure you practice this strat no matter what, every single practice. If you're IGLing, you're running the practices as well. So you got to run those drills, run those shit that you did with your team multiple times on bots and shit. And just keep doing that. Once you get it together as a team, you'll be good. And once you get it down, you'll be known as a great IGL. Also, mark down what you did wrong. Say you rushed A terribly, you got fucking obliterated. Work on how you could do that better. Watch the demo, see what you can do better, see where you could flash, see where you can get them in a position where they're vulnerable, and just work on that. Another part of being a good IGL is watching the other team's demos. Say they play Dust 2 5 times, and the next match that they're playing against you is on Dust. Watch those 5 matches 2-3 times over, max. Watch all of them. See what they're doing. If they're doing the same thing over and over and over again, make strats to counter them. That's why it's so important to have so many strats in your repertoire, because if you don't have a lot of strats, teams will pick up on what you're doing and they will just obliterate the fuck out of you. Alright, so my 6th tip is kind of a bullshit one, but it's not at the same time. It's really important. Have fun. Say you guys are getting wrecked badly, like terribly wrecked by some team that is 2 levels higher than you, but they're on this, like they're in the same league as you. Crack a joke up on the team, you know, just say, oh hey, look, we fucking got obliterated or something like that. Just say something really dumb. Say something funny. It'll help your team out in the long run, because if you can have that mutual trust to say that, oh yeah, we played terrible, we need to fix this, we need to be better than these guys. They'll trust you in the long run. They'll trust you with the strats. They'll trust you with everything basically in Counter-Strike. If you become a good IGL, if you basically create bonds with your teammates, they will listen to you. And I mean, that's really all I gotta say. Becoming a good IGL is all up to you. You could come up with 700 different ways of becoming a good IGL. These are just some of the main ones that I see that need to be fixed on some IGLs in games. So I hope all you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys have an amazing day. I fucking love you guys. Peace.